What a lineup, dude.
Yeah, man. They're getting into it. They're a smaller operation. I wish they're, I don't think people totally get, they don't know about them yet. This is, they're local, so obviously we're a little, I don't know what you say.
Dude,
little.
The last time I was out there, you say little, I say massive.
I don't say little, I say smaller.
Yeah, I mean.
Like when you see the Bullet brand Old Fashions and Manhattans everywhere. I've never had a better canned or bottled cocktail than Iron Fish's. And I think the maple on the Old Fashioned has scared some people away because, I don't want that maple flavoring.
Yeah.
For the thousandth time, I'll repeat it. Their maple bourbon is not maple flavored. It's aged in a maple syrup barrel, so it gets a little sweetness. You might taste some maple syrup, but it's not that fake maple flavor that you get from the Knob Creek or any of the other maple flavored things. I don't know if that's why they've made this new Toasted Godfather Old Fashioned, which is what we'll be tasting today.
Yeah, dude, can't wait.
But this one, rather than the maple syrup barrel finished bourbon being used to make an Old Fashioned, they're using it's a barreled Old Fashioned, so they do age a little bit longer with bourbon, a rye whiskey, amaretto, and cherry maple smoked bitters. So it is very cherry forward, but the rye spice helps balance it out a lot. This is more like something that I would make for myself. I love this.
The Black Manhattan?
No, I love the Black Manhattan, but I love the maple Old Fashioned. I drink it
fantastic.
all the time. When I make my own, I use a rye whiskey, but they've balanced the sweetness out on this a lot. So if you haven't tried it, this is definitely something to try.
Yeah, that's just perfect, I think.
I've never had a better.
For somebody like me who doesn't want to mess around with trying to make the cocktail, this is perfect.
It's incredible.
It's so good.
The Black Manhattan, I've kind of fallen in love with. I've gotten really into Amaros. Tad and I both have been tasting a lot. You've been tasting a lot. But it gets rid of that. How would you describe vermouth? It's the sweetness. Yeah. It's almost a sourness you get from vermouth.
There's a certain sourness with vermouth, correct.
So if you've ever had a vermouth, or a Manhattan and didn't like it, it's probably usually because of the vermouth. So they replaced the vermouth with an Amaro, which I think brings it really nice earthy nuttiness almost. I love that Manhattan.
They use the best ingredients, so I'm sure that the Amaro they're using is definitely top shelf. But
I will say, I know it was mentioned.
But we're doing the Godfather.
Yeah, we're doing the Toasted Godfather. Our batch is a sample, and it's 72 proof. The production and the retail version is 77. So I've tried this a little bit before. I know it's a little sweeter, but the higher alcohol in that should.
We're going to try both.
All right.
We're going to try both. We'll
try the test batch first.
We got to do it justice. And you did try the test batch already?
I did, yes. I thought it was incredible.
Incredible, folks.
Incredible.
Ooh.
I'm not going to say anything until you get your nose in there, because
I just am so proud of Iron Fish. Man.
It smells like
it's candy.
I'm eating one of those TC whiskey cherries, those candied cherries in the syrup. I can taste it in my mouth.
You could smell it. So it's
so
just
good.
So there, dude.
This would not last an hour at a deer camp or a ladies away weekend this is disappearing. Which is why they've started making the bigger sizes too.
And no joke, these things fly. So if you come across them, buy them.
I can taste the toasted a lot. Like you can get a little bit of that toasted wood, but a little toasted marshmallow for me.
It just kind of tastes like a little bit of Thanksgiving for me.
Oh my God.
This is because you know me, I'm still I'm not there as far as drinking bourbon and whiskey just on its own, but stuff like this I'll convert anybody. This is phenomenal.
This is crazy good. Yeah, if you don't like bourbon, maybe it's more your area of coming in now. I don't taste the whiskey. I taste smoky. I taste cherry. There's a little almond taste to it.
Yeah.
I did steal that off the back, but it's roasted almond. buttery, kind of smooth. And it's one of those things I think you just end up keep pouring more and more, and you don't really realize how much you've had. So be careful. This is a cocktail.
Giddy up. What's the difference in ABV again?
That's
No,
five.
so about 5%
5 proof
more.
points higher. So 2.5% alcohol higher. Which I'm actually excited for. I think it'll give it a little bit more whiskey kick to it. It definitely does. But if you're worried about this tasting too much like whiskey, if you're not a whiskey fan, if you're adding a little bit like I always use TC whiskey cherries or like a Luxardo cherry, add a cherry, a little bit of the cherry juice that comes in it, the syrup, and this becomes this right here. You're going to lower the proof a bit. An ice cube's going to help. But for me, I don't need ice. I don't even need it to be chilled.
We were drinking the sample pretty much ice cold. It came out of the fridge. I think I like the higher ABV at the warm temp better. Mm-hmm. But I get a little bit more caramelization on it.
Yep.
Almost like French toast.
Oh, some French toast stick in there.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I think it's really the snobs, the whiskey bourbon snobs that come in and they're like, no, without even trying it.
Because if they haven't heard of Ironfish, they don't really know. But there's just like, I only drink Sazerac products, or I only drink Booker's, Baker's, and Jim Beam products. No, you can't say that because we need them to come in and buy those bottles.
Oh, they will.
And they allocate
it.
Yeah, they will.
They will.
This, I'm glad they bottled at a higher proof. This is all cherry to me, and a little bit of smokiness. This is much more complex, I think.
Yeah,
and you get a little bit of the whiskey on the front end. The more you drink, you kind of settle into it, and the almonds and the cherries and the smokiness come out. It's definitely better balanced in this one. I always tell people you go into a family event, deer camp, girls' weekend, whatever. These are just crazy, crazy good. If you're doing the salty caramel whiskey from Old Smoky, take a bottle of this instead, because it's going to disappear.
Yeah, it's going to disappear, and it's definitely not like that.
No, it's not the sugary.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's not the sugary sweetness of Old Smoky. Yeah. This is a more authentic, and like I said, we're a little biased. They're a local distillery, and I love what they do. It's cool. Farm to distilled, and
this would be a money gift set.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a little pricey, but I mean, if you're looking at buying something for somebody for the holidays, buy all 3 of these.
Yeah.
100%. Man, this is good.
Yeah, that would be. Be careful how many you open on the day you give them the gift, because it might be gone. It's one of those things.
Grandma might get a little tossed.
So let's see. This one is 77 proof. These two are both 73. So this one is the stronger one.
And right now they do have the salted maple old fashioned in the 750, which is
it's crazy.
Clutch.
So really what are these? These are $30.
Yeah.
Six cocktail servings in each, so comes on $5 a cocktail, which is half the price.
Oh, easily.
Minimum half the price you'd be paying for that kind of cocktail at a bar, and it's going to be better than almost every bar you're going to go to. And this one is $50 for double the size. So you knock off $10. That is a crazy deal. I feel like we're on a shopping channel now.
Yeah.
We're gonna knock off $10 for the next 10 minutes.
Sword. This is fantastic.
I'm in love with this stuff,
Cheers.
man. Keep up the good work, Ironfish.
Not a paid sponsor. Love you guys.